She'll get it.
She'll get it. Thank you for your call, Aaron, with an E.
Thank you.
Next up on the Mega64 Tour of Mystery, we're going to continue Ladies' Night. Welcome to Ladies' Night, everybody.
This is Ladies' Night.
Bearonica.
That's right.
Yeah.
Bearonica, welcome to Mega64 Ladies' Night. Favorite Medea moment?
Favorite Medea moment has to be Medea goes to jail when she goes to anger management with Dr. Phil, and she says that when she gets got, she gets her Glock.
Whoa, that was extremely specific.
We're dealing with an actual Medea-holic here.
Yeah, Medea fan.
A Medea-aholic.
Number one, you guys can find Bearonica, #1 Medea fan.
Bearonica, the Medea-holic.
I didn't want.
Feel free, Bearonica, when you call us next week, if you want to just change your name to Medea-holic, that will be acceptable.
Sure thing.
Cool, good moment. Did you have a question for us?
Yeah, I did. So, have you guys ever, like, brainstormed, or, like, do you have, like, if you were a wrestler, what your gimmick would be?
Yeah, when I was 15,
yeah, I'm sure
my name was...
I've never done it.
My name was... God, I can't... Okay. I was 15 years old.
He's already embarrassed about it.
I'm already embarrassed. I was a sophomore in high school, and I thought I could be the freaking Puerto Rican. And my finisher...
That is such a good, like, gimmick name.
The
freaking Puerto Rican. And my finisher, completely unrelated, there was a sour powder candy called White Lightning that I loved. And so
That's a booze. That's a fucking moonshine.
I would have
White Lightning is cocaine, Garrett.
I would have a finisher.
It's also a booze.
I would have a finisher called White Lightning, and gosh, what was it? I think it was like I had somebody in like a fireman's carry, and I would like spin them around into a face buster.
Oh, that's good. It's kind of like an F5, but like the freaking Puerto Rican doing White Lightning.
White Lightning.
That sounds like the best indie gimmick. You would get over big.
That was me at 15. I wanted to be a professional wrestler called the freaking Puerto Rican.
The first created wrestler I ever made, I named Mr. USA in WWF Warzone. He had America pants, blonde hair, and was like had like USA like wristbands. But then I evolved in WWF WrestleMania 2000. I made DX Man, who wore all D-Generation X stuff and did all the DX taunts because DX ruled.
He was the DX man.
Well, if we're talking about creative characters in video games, I made a character in the first wrestling game I had, Warzone. He basically looked exactly like Garrett, except imagine Garrett with a gas mask on, and his name was Dreadlock.
Oh, wow. Foreshadowing.
Hey, I have thought about somebody asked me this, I think, on a previous podcast or whatever, like, oh, who would be a wrestler, what would their gimmick be? Garrett's would be really easy, because this would essentially be your whole gimmick. It would be a Corey, tattoos, like a Corey Graves type thing in NXT, where it's all tattoos, you're badass, but your finisher would be some kind of submission hold, and it would be called the Dreadlock.
The Dreadlock.
Yeah, that would be the move. That's easy. That's no problem. Kevin would be all business, and he would have a manager. Kevin would be like ruthless. He would have like a manager who talked for him, because Kevin's quiet. Kevin doesn't talk. He just fucking cuts throats,
he's like
breaks
Kane.
necks.
He's like Kane.
Like corporate Kane.
This is not a dig. This is really what I believe. Sean would be a tag team wrestler. Sean works best
him and his kids
in a pair.
Him and his kids.
Yeah. It would be Sean,
and the team is called Daddy Daycare.
That'd be good.
Sean would be a tag team wrestler.
I told Eric that if I was a wrestler, what my gimmick would be, but he said it already existed.
What was it?
But it was gonna be the chameleon, and I would just come out to someone's theme song and just wrestle like them for that match.
That's what Charlie Haas did in like the mid-2000s. He would come out to Stone Cold Steve Austin's music or Hulk Hogan's music. It was a very funny run for like a couple of months.
That sounds funny.
Yeah. Kevin, I think somebody just said Kevin would be the ringmaster. That's what Steve Austin's gimmick was before he was Stone Cold Steve Austin. He just came out and he's like all fucking business. That'd be good. I don't think I could wrestle. I don't have the size. I think I can talk. I could just be a manager.
Well, I don't think any of us have the size.
I could bulk up. I would turn into Taz.
I think you definitely could.
Can't put on weight, though.
I think you definitely
would be the perfect manager.
I would love to be a wrestling manager.
That would be.
I think it would be so much
You
fun.
would be so good at that.
Yep.
I've mentioned this before, but we had our softball team. Eric was a fictional. He was a manager for our softball team.
Yeah.
We had a third base coach named Chip
Chip Foose?
Chip something. He would wear a jacket and he'd pad it up and wear a fake mustache and slick his hair back and just, all right, guys, and he would not break character the whole time, and the other team had no idea what was happening to this guy.
It was great. He was standing. You were like first base coaching.
Yeah. It was so good.
Yeah, that was fun.
You should be there.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for your call, Bearonica.
Hey, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hang up.
No, you do it first.
You hang out. Oh,
You got
well,
it.
that was
All right.
You got it. He
You got
listened.
it. Ask and you shall receive. Whatever Bearonica wants. Veronica.
You know what? If it's always Eric is Joey Ryan. If I could grow any body hair at all, that I would have a sleazy gimmick. It would be a lot of like
you should just paste
like
body hair,
like a lot of it, like a lot of sunglasses on, like a lot of chest rubbing.
Just paste some body hair on. All right, we're gonna continue ladies' night with
Like the guy in that scene from Boogie Nights who keeps pinching his nipples.
Yeah. Hey, I'm really my look right now is definitely Thomas Jane and Boogie Nights.
We're gonna continue.